What is it that you need to attract a woman? Apparently, having a good body is the main thing that you need to get a woman. Okay, so if that is true, why do you not actually have a good body? Why don't you? Why is it that there's this thing that you think that you need that you're actually not getting? It's like we all have the same 24 hours in a day. So if you look at me right now and you go, well, yeah, of course. I mean, like, look at his arms, look at the biceps, look at the traps, look at the chest. If you're thinking all of that, well, why do you not have these things? How old are you right now? Personally, I'm 42 and about to turn 43. If a 42 about to turn 43-year-old can look like this, why do you not, if you think that looking like this is the thing that you need in order to attract women? Now, it actually isn't. Like, it helps. Looks will open the door. If you look good and you got a good body and you go out and you approach 10 women, as opposed to approaching 10 women without good looks and a good body, you will get a greater percentage of women who will want you if you do look good. That is true. But all that's doing is opening the door. If after you start to talk, you come across like an idiot, those women will lose interest immediately. But still, we're still getting back to the point, which is you think it's so important. Why do you not actually have it? Fear. Because for one reason or another, you do not think that you are the kind of man who can look like this. You don't think you can do it. Who knows why that is? Well, you're not picked for like sports teams at school, but that's actually what you think. But it isn't necessarily true. And it's just all like an excuse. You have an excuse right now that says that you cannot have the thing that you actually want, or the thing that you need to have in order to get the thing that you want. You don't think that you can actually get it. Right now, you are watching me on YouTube. Assuming you're not bored to tears. Well, actually, no, even if you was, like, why are you watching? Do you know that 98% of people who watch any form of self-improvement content never do anything with the stuff that they actually see? 98%. Which literally means that if this video is seen by 100,000 people, 98,000 will never do anything, even if they're getting great info from the video, because it is far easier to live in your comfort zone than to actually step outside. You see, when you watch this video, and I am chatting some good game, and you're learning and you're getting information. It's like, yeah, like, I agree with what this man's saying. Yeah, it's way easier to just sit in that zone and feel like you're actually doing something than to actually do something, isn't it? It's way easier to go, oh, so if I approach a woman in a club, this is what I should do, than to actually go to the club and do the thing. If you watch this video now, you feel like you're doing something, right? Cool. You get to stay in the comfort zone. You get to stay warm and ensconced in the safety of your own home. But you also don't get to push yourself and risk a rejection, looking at yourself in a negative light, fear and danger and whatever. You don't have to do that. But then let's say that you were going to go like, all right, so I'm going to go to the bar, the club, the discotheque. I'm going to do that tomorrow night. I don't even have people to go with me. I don't have a wingman. I'm just going to go on my own. If you were going to do that, now what? Now there's the fear, now there's the insecurity. Now you're going to be in that venue and people will see you and the people will judge you too. Women will judge you. And will the women like you? Maybe they will, but oh no, maybe they won't. And then what if these women don't actually like you? What does that mean? What does that mean about yourself? What does that mean about the image that you like to tell yourself about the man in the mirror? Kind of shoots it to pieces, right? So then it's safer to stay here. But the thing is this, when you are staying in the comfort zone, right, and this comfort zone might be watching content like this rather than going out and doing something, or saying like, oh yeah, you can get women without body, but they're not actually going out and getting the body. It's like, there's a certain lack of respect that you have for yourself, because deep down you know what you're doing. You do know. Deep down you know that you are not taking action on the thing that you want to take action on. I bet you, in your little friendship circle, you're probably like one of the most personal development oriented, right? Like, you've seen so many videos like this before, and you can quote chapter and verse to all your friends. And I think, oh my God, he just knows loads. Maybe you can just like talk loads about the mindset the nuts and bolts, the theory, there we go, the theory of attraction. And you can talk about that to your friends till you're blue in the face. And they will go, wow, like, wow, look how much you know. They will say that, but you don't put it into practice, do you? And do you not somehow kinda feel a little bit like a fraud? I would imagine you probably do. I would imagine it must be really embarrassing for you to be watching videos about how to meet women, but never actually doing anything with it. Doesn't that seem kind of pathetic? Doesn't it seem kind of dumb? Because unlike your friends, you actually know that this can be changed. Your mates, right? Your mates you go to the pub with, the bar with, right? The watering hole, those people, they're not into this because they don't think it's possible. So they're just living their lives and they're like, all right, look, I'm a 6 out of 10 man. That is what I am. As a man, I'm 6 out of 10. So I'm going to go for 4s and 5s so I can feel nice and dominant. Maybe every now and then I'll bag myself a 7, luckily, for like not a single night of passion. Maybe that will happen, but eventually she will see through me. She'll be bored of me. She'll be like, oh my God, what am I doing with this loser? And then I'll lose her. But at the same time, this is me, this is my life, and this is how it is. Your friends think that, but you don't, do you? You don't, do you? You don't. You're like, nah, I can actually improve. I can improve as a man. I can like meet more attractive women. I could actually meet lots of them. I can actually attract the kind of woman that I want, as opposed to the kind of woman that's going to settle for me. You know that that's possible, but you're not actually doing anything about it, are you? And if you are like me in the past, so many of my clients, you would not like yourself for that. And what I need to say is that thought right there, that belief, well, it's not going to go away until you actually do something about it. Something that guys need to realize is that everything you want is on the other side of stepping outside your comfort zone. You want to know one reason why women like a good body? It's not just the aesthetics or the implied like ability to inflict harm. That's part of it. Another part is that this right here, without saying a word, lets everybody who's looking at me know that there's a certain degree of discomfort that I'm prepared to take. You know that I'm disciplined. You know that I can handle pain. You don't look like this without being able to tolerate pain. It hurts to work out. It is not easy at all. It hurts to physically do the workout. It hurts to wake up the next day and find that your body is in pain from the workout. And if we're just speaking in a aesthetics standpoint, the muscles are like the reward that you get for that. Because everybody can see, oh, look, he has actually done that. And you ain't doing it. If you, like I said before, the kind of guy who thinks, oh, I need body muscles to get girls, then why do you not have them? Because deep down you don't think that you can go through the pain to look like this. Look at yourself and look in the mirror and just cut the BS, because to be honest with you, being the kind of guy who watches content like this without actually doing anything based on the content that you're seeing, bro, it's like play your PS5, play Grand Theft Auto, play Street Fighter or Tekken, Mortal Kombat. I don't know, just like do something else. Something I can't stand is the fact that there's so many men in this scene who just do nothing. Like, I can't take it. I can't take it. I have guys like, I'll speak to them one year. I'll speak to them in like 2018 and they're in one place, right? I'm like, hey, let's work together. And they're like, oh, I'll figure it out myself. And then I speak to them in 2023. They're still in the same spot. Like the same spot they were in 2018, they're still in 2023. They're just 5 years older and they've lost 5 years of their prime. Now, if you do not want that for you, then we should have a conversation. And you know what? Just basically join my email list. Best thing to do is to join my email list. And then when I get coaching slots that are open up, you will be informed of that. There is a link to join the list in the description. So have a good look at that. Goodbye, take care, see you later, au revoir, and ciao.